Well, everybody, welcome back to Chat and Chill. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview with FAHIMA RAHMAN. Go check that out. Video will be right at the end, or click the eye, So go watch that. You can also find all the stuff in the link description below if you want to, see her before you see us. I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. Get some makeup done. Look pretty, look pretty. But anyway, we're going to get into our topic. So FAHIMA, you tell me about the topic you want to get into right now.
So I would like to talk about a topic which is common, and I'm sure a lot of the population and in general, it happens. Yeah. Sometimes it happens behind closed doors, sometimes it happens openly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about depression, which is a very big sort of issue at the moment and has always been. So I wanted to talk about that and get my views across, see what other people think, experiences, how it affects people. And like I said, it goes on behind closed doors.
So talking of depression, do you feel like depression is something that in today's society we take seriously?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So yeah, I think people would take it seriously. But I think the main thing is when you realise that you've got depression, the person itself. Because you could be having underlying depression for years and years and years, or months and months and months, or days, whatever, but people don't notice it, or they don't want to admit to it, or know that, hold on, or friends and family don't pick it up. It's all about picking it up and how much you know about it to know that you can pick it up. I've got a midwifery background, science, biology background, so I know about it, about what it is, how it affects people in different daily lives, how people cope with it, how people deal with it, whether they go on medication or they don't. So
because I kind of look at depression in two ways. There's the people that really do have depression, really do need help. Mental health is, there's hosts of names that you can even think of, celebrity or non-celebrity.
Yeah, of course.
Then there's the people that I feel like it's just a publicity stunt. It's a quick story. Everybody will just jump in there and be like, yeah, man, I had depression when I was very young, man. Man. And I'm just like, man, you didn't have depression. I just feel like
they want attention.
Yeah, I feel like it's the Phil story.
I tell you what,
if a bad story comes out about you, the first thing you hear is, I was going through really bad mental health, man. That's why I ended up, abusing my girlfriend, for example. And I'm just like, well, you came up with that now? Do you know what I mean? What do you think about that? Do you think that's...
I think the people with serious depression are the ones that hide it the most. They don't talk about it. They don't let out any signs. And when they...
Do they even know?
Exactly. Do they even know they got depression?
Yeah.
Because I was like saying, you need to be aware of if you've got it or not. It happens behind closed doors. It happens behind open doors. It depends how much that person wants to let out. Some people are aware they've got it, but they're like, okay, either they're on medication or, they're dealing with it in some way. But it's really bad when you're not dealing with it because it can build up on you on years. It can. If you're not treating it or doing anything about it, it can creep up on you and then start ruining your life in different ways. But going back to what you said, like there's different types of depression, like it's a whole subject, like the doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists will like subdivide those issues, but depression, there's different forms. There's mild, there's severe, there's bipolar, there's all sorts, but it still goes under the umbrella of mental well-being, mental disorders and things like that. And some people have mild, some people have different amount of it, if you like.
So, like, what would you say depression is? And I don't know how comfortable you are talking about your situation and how far deep you want to go into it. But for somebody who has experienced depression, how would you explain the kind of, from the beginning and to where you are now? Like, how is that kind of all?
I will go into it, but not too much. Whatever's appropriate for my.
What we're comfortable talking about.
So depression, if you look what the term means, it means, well, in my books and my understanding of it, it's when a hormone in your brain, a chemical in your brain called serotonin, is reduced. that's what I know about depression.
Yeah.
So when your brain doesn't make that much, the chemical serotonin, and there could be life triggers that trigger that hormone to reduce. So then you become depressed.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. That chemical in your brain isn't being produced enough. So you're either crying all the time, or you're sad all the time, or you know, you're not doing much in your life. You're just sitting all indoors all day. There's like different ways of people cope with it. But it's when there's that kind of chemical in the brain is reduced.
Yeah.
That's what depression is, and that's when you want to go to a GP and say, oh, you know, this is happening in my life, what's happening, and the GP will say, you know, they will assess whether you need some medication to take the edge off things.
Yeah.
So in regards to antidepressants,
Yeah.
Is that what is supposed to trigger the
Serotonin.
chemical to kind of be lifted again?
Yes, because again, antidepressants come in different groups. There's different names, there's different brand names, there's different ones that doctors will prescribe to whatever they think you need. But yeah, they are generally there to build that hormone chemical back into the brain to make you feel that you can cope, to make you feel happy.
Do you know of any side effects of these? Because one time... Okay. Do you know of any side effects?
Side effects can include initial drowsiness, vomiting, sickness,
erectile dysfunction,
yeah, because it will interfere with the blood flow. It does reduce sexual drive.
Okay.
It can reduce sexual drive, but I've known friends who were on medication and then they were on the antidepressant, and after a few years the sexual drive came back.
Okay.
Once they reduced the dose. Yeah. I've known.
You sound excited. What? You looking to smash?